Especially as an adult, getting diagnosed with ADHD can feel like a roller coaster. The ups and downs are extreme. I'm here to tell you that one, there is no right or wrong way to feel about your diagnosis. And two, I'm going to tell you about the first three things I wish everyone would do when newly diagnosed with ADHD. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we talk all things ADHD and entrepreneurship. I'm Mina Raver, and if you're here, you're probably trying to figure out how to navigate your business and life with a fresh ADHD diagnosis. First off, congratulations on taking that step. Getting diagnosed is a huge milestone, and it's a major move toward unlocking a version of yourself that's more aligned and more efficient and ultimately more successful. Now let's talk about the first three things you need to do. Number one is shut out the noise, and trust me, there is going to be a lot of it. Now most people will be very supportive, but as soon as you start sharing your diagnosis, you're going to hear from three types of people who are anything but helpful. They are the helpers, the bullies, and the limiters. First are the helpers. These folks will try to help you by giving you advice on how they stay productive or focused. But let's be real. What they're really trying to do is wash their hands of you. They've already categorized you as someone who's just fishing for excuses, and they're not going to let you get by with anything. Number two are the bullies. These are the people who will diminish you for your disability, especially if they're in a position of power. They'll treat you like your ADHD is a flaw, something that makes you less than. Now, you may be worried about these people, but based on my experience, they're actually the least common and usually people very close to you. So you probably already know who's going to treat you that way. Finally, there are the limiters. These are people who think they know what it means to have ADHD. They may or may not have it themselves, but their view of what you're capable of will be limited by their lack of understanding. It's not based in any kind of reality but their own. So how do you deal with these types? It's actually really simple. Don't listen to them. You've spent your whole life taking advice and directions from people who don't understand you, whether it's your cognition or your ambition, and that hasn't gotten you where you want to be. So instead of listening to any of this, I want you to take control of your journey by shutting them out. Find your allies, those who support and believe in you, and try number two. The second thing that I wish everyone would do when newly diagnosed with ADHD, and honestly, this could probably be the first thing, but I like to get the negative stuff out of the way. So the second thing is, I want you to write a love letter to yourself. And I know that this can sound a little cheesy. I know that my clients tend to roll their eyes when I say this, but chances are it's actually frustration that sent you to seek out a diagnosis in the first place. Those things that frustrate you about yourself are part of who you are too. Remember, your creativity, your ability to think outside the box, your passion, your relentless intensity and drive. Everything you love and everything that's hard, there are trade-offs to both of those, so take time to really appreciate the upsides. You're going to need this positivity as you move forward, especially as you do the early work to learn how to maximize your strength. And now, number three. The third thing that I wish everybody with ADHD would do is get excited. And I mean that. You just got so much more than a diagnosis. You got permission to operate differently, to take a completely new approach to life, to learning, and to business. No more struggling with crappy, out-of-the-box expectations or rigid boundaries that do not fit who you are. From here on out, it's all about custom solutions designed for you, by you. This is your chance to rewrite all the rules and create a life and a business that not only accommodate you, but allow you to thrive because of who you are. So lean into that excitement, please. This is the beginning of something powerful. By the way, subscribing to this channel is also an important step that you will not regret, so go ahead and click subscribe right now. Now, I know how powerful the journey of self-discovery with ADHD can be. I spent all of my teens and 20s fighting my ADHD and everyone and everything else. I ended up parentless, homeless, and pretty much hopeless. I was so angry about my disability that I couldn't even imagine learning how to operate with it until I realized that I really just had two options. I could either continue fighting my own mind and lose, probably sooner than later, or I could try to get to know myself better. In the first years, I wasn't very optimistic about the possibilities or the outcomes. It felt more like self-policing than learning. But now, after nearly 2 decades of this, I can confidently say that I know myself, I can operate myself effectively with ADHD, not in spite of it. Now, it didn't go away. It won't go away. But I've gained enough self-awareness and deep enough bag of tools that I'm not only living every day in harmony with my shadows, I've learned how to maximize my strengths. It took me 2 decades, but it doesn't have to take that long for you. Now, before you go, if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to help others find this content too. And if you're ready to take the next steps in your ADHD journey, I've got some amazing resources linked in the description below to help you harness your unique strengths and build the business and the life that you've always dreamed of. Please remember that you are not in this alone. You have friends and allies, people who love you and care about you, and I am here rooting for you every step of the way. Thanks again for watching. Like this video, subscribe for more, and don't forget to hit the notifications to make sure you get all of the updates on everything I post every week. Thanks again. See you soon.